it says he shall raise the dead in Christ first.
Right.
That's talking about our people. It's not talking about all nations. So let's get that, well, read that for me.
The book of Matthew chapter 19 and verse 30. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Come on.
Verse 20, chapter 20, verse 1.
No, start at verse 29.
Verse 29.
No, matter of fact, start at verse 28. Read that.
The book of Matthew chapter 19, verse 28. And Jesus said unto them.
So right, this is Jesus, and he's talking to a certain group of people. We getting ready to read who he's talking about. Come on.
Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall I sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
So he's talking about when all of this is done away with, when he comes back again and redeems us from this captivity, he's talking about how we're going to be in rulership. He's talking about how the disciples that have been with him, they're going to do what?
Sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Judging the 12 tribes of Israel, because we're going to be in rulership. They're no longer going to be in rulership. Right now they got the power. But when you read in Revelations 2, it says, those that endure shall I give power over the nations. Come on.
Verse 29. And everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren or sisters.
Right, so now he's talking about the things that we have, and we're going to go through that one. Matter of fact, go hold that. Give me Revelation, I believe it's 2 and 28, 2 and 27.
25.
Those that endure unto the end. Because right now, Christ is explaining that we're going to lose certain things. We're going to lose houses. We're going to lose family members. We're going to lose jobs. We're going to lose children. We're going to lose all those things, right? We're going to be in tribulation. Read that.
The book of Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh, and keepeth my works.
It said, he that overcometh. There's something that these people have to overcome. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to ask a question. What does the white man have to overcome right now? Nothing. He's in rulership. He's the one enacting these laws upon our people. He's the one shooting and gunning our people down. He ain't got to overcome nothing. We the one that have to overcome these atrocities. We the one that have to overcome our sons being shot, our daughters being raped, our kids being sent to prison unjustly. These are the things we have to overcome, right? Read.
And he that overcometh, and keepeth my works unto the end.
And keepeth his works until the end, because Christianity will tell you what? It ain't about works, right? But the Bible, this is Revelation. He said, keepeth my works. His works is keeping the commandments, his laws. Come on.
And keepeth my works unto the end. To him will I give power over the nation.
That's what we're going to do. If we endure what we're going through right now, it may seem tough, but he said he will give us power over the nations. So Matthew 19 verse 29.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 29. And everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren or sisters.
Right, because what houses have the white man forsaken? I can tell you about the houses he took. We can tell you about the Native Americans that they pushed on reservations. We can tell you about how they went and conquered different lands and stole, raped, robbed, and killed. So what did they lose? They lost nothing, right? Come on.
And everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren.
Or brethren. What brethren they losing? Who are they brethren that's getting shot down in the streets? Who are they brethren that's going to jail? That ain't happening to them. Come on.
Or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands.
Come on.
For my name's sake.
For his name's sake. For God's name's sake. Or Christ's name's sake. Come on.
Shall receive 100-fold.
We're going to get that 100-fold. So whatever it is that we may lose here in this white man's kingdom, we're going to get it back 100 times more in the kingdom of God.
And shall inherit everlasting life.
And we will have everlasting life. I'm going to tell you right now. We wake up every day, right? You got a job, you work at Burger King, right? You got a job too, right? We wake up and what hours do we work? All kind of hours, right? 9 to 5. We may make what, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. Let's say somebody making $100,000 a year, right? But what is that? That's nothing. We still struck in order to get that. What do we got to do? Right. We got to work our backs off just to get that, right? Right. When you have they people, they can make $1 million in an hour. You have a man has, what does he have? Jeff Bezos. Right. He has $270 billion. Right. He don't do nothing. We are the ones that are suffering through these things. So read the bottom of that again.
The book of Matthew chapter 19 in verse 29. Or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold, right? And shall inherit everlasting life.
We're going to inherit everlasting life to where we rule. Right. There ain't going to be no more back and forth like you read in Exodus or like you read in Judges. We're not going in and out of captivity no more. Come on.
Right. And shall inherit everlasting life.
Come on.
But many that are first shall be last.
Because guess what? Keep reading.
But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
So that's talking about us. That's talking about us getting the kingdom. It's not talking about all people, right? So now let's go to Revelation 13 that the officer was getting ready to bring up, right? Because there's things that they've done to us. We can look and see these things, right? We can look and see the atrocities, how they put yokes of iron upon our neck, how they sold us for money, how they made us pick cotton, work ungodly hours, gave us the worst food, right? Read that.
The book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Who put us into captivity?
White man.
The white man, which his name is Esau. His real biblical name is Esau, right? He put us into captivity. Now that's the latest one. Now all nations have had us in captivity. Chinese, you had Japanese, which is Ammon and Moab in the Bible. You also had the Arabs, which is Ishmael in the Bible. You've also had, what are the East Indians? Help me out, Elam. Which is so-called East Indians today, they've had us in captivity. Philistines, Africans, they've all had us in captivity, right? But this latest one is the so-called white man. That's the one we've been in now, right? So it said, read that again.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity.
So guess what? The people that led us into captivity, guess what's going to happen?
Shall go into captivity.
They gotta go into captivity.
Yes, sir. He that killeth with the sword.
Because look, we look at how they led us into captivity, right? Now we look at how they killed us with the sword. It said, he that killeth with the sword, come on,
must be killed with the sword.
He said, must be killed with the sword. God is going to punish them for, give me Romans 9. God is going to punish them for what they did to us. But guess what? I got a question for you. Out of all the things we go through as a people today, right? The poverty, the drugs, the jail, the inferior health care, inferior schooling, their knee on our neck constantly. After going through all of that, do you want to die right along with the same people that put you in that place? Not at all, right? So we got to keep God's laws, because guess what? If we don't keep his laws, we're going to die with the same people that put us in that position. Read that.
The book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 13.
Bring it up.
Yes.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Right. But keep reading. Go ahead.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So in getting that understanding, y'all got a flyer, right? Hey, brother, y'all did get a flyer? They got one? Make sure you check us out. So read that part again.
Verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Jacob, which is the forefather of the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. He said, Jacob have I loved. Come on.
But Esau have I hated.
But guess what? Esau have I hated. That's right. But guess what? Your Christian pastors say God's all love. That's right. God don't hate. Right. We're reading that in the Bible right now. Come on.
Verse 14. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
Now, just because we're reading the end of these people that put us into captivity, is there unrighteousness with God? Is God unrighteousness now because he has judgment set up for these people? Come on.
God forbid.
No. Read.
For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Keep on.
Verse 16. So that it is not of him that willeth.
Right, so guess what? It's not by our hand. We ain't got control over this, but guess what?
Right.
I'm glad that we was chosen.
Right.
I'm glad that we have a chance to be saved because the other nations ain't got no chance for salvation.
Right.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream Black Power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.